Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats. Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. All right, guys, let's take just a second here and talk about UTSA. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you... do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Quarterback extends the play. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. At the 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Roadrunners. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast, and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He's up to 55 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Run in the red zone. It's where? Able to get one down to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's got it. And he hauled it in, but couldn't quite get it to the end zone. Defense forces him out of bounds at the 3.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like it.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for a score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
They'll give it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Toss to the outside. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football. It looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry. Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the air, it's Van. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Breaks into the open. He's got 93 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
And that's exactly how you draw it up, and that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Back to throw, it's Van. Grab near the marker, it's Clark. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback gets the 1st down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Nice job by the fullback on that play. Was in pass protection first. He saw he could release out of the backfield, become a viable target for the quarterback, and gains a couple yards.
Runners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Leaves it with the back. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the Roadrunners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Fires left, and he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Fan. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the 1st half. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UTSA!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to West Virginia. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with his back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Taylor wants to throw it. Using the quick game. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Got room to work. Turning it on. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5 with the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Van. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Gore. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll pull it down. After 45 on his way. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And this guy's showing you why the fullback position's still alive and well in college football. What a weapon this guy is in this offense. How about that explosive play?
Fires to the tight end. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Roadrunners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Under fire. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Taylor wants to throw it. Fakes to grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The inside handoff. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first. He uncorks one deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And that one will pull up during the second half.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, but I'm the receiver. I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even. And there he goes. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Off the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going to take off. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. You do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting the first down, new set of downs for the offense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, it feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They are up by 21 over Northern Illinois. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's Van. Grab behind the line, it's Smith. Oh, he's got some space.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
The Roadrunners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Clark. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. Lets it fly. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Goes to the option. Leaves it with the running back. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Now the play fake. Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Looking left. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. He's now got 78 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to...
He smashes his way through again. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Looking to pass. It's Van. Takes a shot. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
They kick it away on 4th down. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Scanning the field, it's Van. Wide open downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. A lot of urgency for this offense.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Now adjusting. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football, and right now offensively they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 21 to West Virginia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The option look. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can. It's fortunate enough to cover it back up.
That last play, just about as disastrous as it gets, and it makes it worse because now you have to deal with 2nd and long. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Van. He'll get rid of it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on 4th down so far today. They've missed on their first 2 attempts. Is the 3rd time the charm. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.